This short video is a guide for our 10 customers who are collecting their new Volkswagen E Ups next week from Hatton, so we can all be COVID safe. So, how do we get into and start and move the great Volkswagen E Up? So, let me show you. So the great thing about the E Up, we have a conventional key, so you've got lock and to unlock the boot. So obviously, press the lock button to unlock the car. You can either put the key in the actual door lock or press unlock. So there we go. So we'll just get into the vehicle and taking the normal key, we put it in, you can see there, the ignition. All right, so you're going to turn the key and turn and hold. So foot on the brake, turn and hold. When you hear the bonk, bing bong, release the key. And now the vehicle is on. So down here we have the normal, obviously, sort of gear stick arrangement, and P is highlighted as in is in park. Now if you want to select drive, there is a little button here which you press with your finger, and then you're going to draw it back till you get to the word neutral, D for drive. And obviously if you want to move the stick, R for reverse, and the little reversing camera will come on, and also the rear beepers will also sound. But we want to go into drive, so again you must have your foot on the brake in order to pull it down to D for drive, and you'll also get D illuminating on the dashboard. So again, if I put it into neutral, reverse and park, so again you can do it either by looking at the gear selector itself or whatever it's telling you on the dashboard. So we're in D for drive, release the handbrake, a normal handbrake. Now, like all automatics, if you take your foot off the accelerator, the car will creep forward. This is normal, so I've just got my foot now just hovering over the brake, and I'm controlling the speed with the brake. Now if I take my foot right off the brake, we will do about 10 miles per hour on the level. We're actually sort of up a slight gradient here, and then just squeeze accelerator. And that's as easy as it is driving an electric vehicle. Come off the throttle, just going to squeeze the brake. I'm just going to reverse into these boxes here, this car park space. So squeeze the brake. Now I'm going to select reverse. And we go, rear camera comes on. I'm in reverse. I've selected it by putting my foot hard on the brake. Obviously this leg does nothing. And then again, without touching the throttle, just control the speed with your brake. So I'm coming off the brake, on the brake, off the brake. And the great thing about the rear camera is I can reverse into this car parking spot, and then probably listen, you hear the beepers there. And then if I was parking, I'd now keep my foot hard on the brake, up to P for park, pull the handbrake up, and then I'll just move the steering wheel so you can see. You can then turn the key, take the key out, get out the car, and then lock the car and walk away. So it really is that simple. So showing you the other basic controls, over here we have the cruise control and speed limiter, but also main beam and dip beam, and obviously flash like a normal vehicle. And on here we have the wipers, and we also have the variation of the intermittent as well is on there. Other useful things with the heated seat switches here, 2-stage heated seats. And if you want to demist the window from the steam, if you just press the, or that's a heated screen, that's really useful. But if you want to get rid of all the steam, there's just that one button that says max, and that will, as you'll hear, turn on the fan and the air conditioning in order to remove the moisture from the inside of the car. But heated screen is really good. So passenger heated seats, temperature, speed of the fan, all the normal controls, all the manuals are here in order to tell you how all those different things work. We also have a eco button here that will put on the eco mode to get more range, but again, you'll discover that as you live with the car. So the other useful thing is this little phone holder arrangement in order to grab your smartphone. Now, to change the distance, there's a little button under here that opens the top bit, and a little button there will open up the side bit, so you can use this and adjust it to fit your size of mobile phone. Really, really useful. All the books and manuals will be here. Electric windows, electric mirrors. Again, to adjust the mirrors, you flick it left or right, so that's set for the left hand mirror, and then if you move the little joystick, it will alter the side mirror, as you can see. All right, so here we've got also auto lights, side lights, headlights. So just leave it on auto, find that really useful. Lots of other great features on these, but say all the instructions will be in the manual. So this is how we charge the E Up. So come to the boot. Now the great feature about this, whether you can see it in the dark, is there's a nice deep slot down here where you can keep your Type 2 cable, but further down here in your car is what we call the granny cable, which is a 3-pin plug, but it sits very neatly in a little deep cubby hole down there. So shut the boot. Now the first thing you do is plug into the vehicle, into the car. So we've got 2 connectors, so when you go to the back of the car and you open the flap, just remember to press the unlock button, and that unlocks a little pin which holds this cap in. There's a little hole there, so you must unlock it and releases the cap. Then you've got 2 ends. You can only plug one end in, which is the Type 2 end, which goes into the car. So plug this in first, and then come across to your home charge point, which may be a Zappy, or this could be a public charge point, and plug it in, and then you're going to select fast in this case, and basically the Zappy will talk to the E Up, and as you can see it's now charging, and it'll eventually go up to around about 7 kilowatts. But there you go, that's how we charge the E Up. So you do the same procedure whether it's a 3-pin plug or a Type 2 from your fast charger or your home charger. Now, to disconnect, what we need to do is get your key. To unlock, you then press on this particular Zappy the plus, and it allows you to release the cable, and then pop the cable back in the car. Now your Zappy at home may not have this unlock feature. We've just had this unlock feature because this is for public use. Pop everything back in the car. Shut the boot. Oh, also remember as well to put your little flaps back on. The flap underneath is for the CCS when you're rapid charging, but just for home you just want to unplug the top one. And again, you pop that back in there. Just remember, when the car's locked, it will lock that cap in, so you need to unlock it on the key fob. There you go. So that's how you charge your E Up. So to those 10 customers, enjoy the Volkswagen E Up. This is a cracking little electric vehicle. Please look at the manual. There's lots of information in there with regard to the rest of the systems on the car. This hasn't been a comprehensive guide. It's just showing you the basics on how to make the car move, and more importantly how to charge it. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your new car.